Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners, just like you, make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 125, and I'm so glad you're here today because we are talking about you being in alignment with your business. Yes, you heard me right. You have to align with your business. You know this, right? But I'm going to share some thoughts with you today that I think are really important. Okay. So if you are new here, welcome. I am so glad that you found this podcast because I have no doubt that it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you're in the idea stage, you're just starting, you're beginning to grow. This podcast is for you. Make sure you hit the follow or the plus button in whatever player, if you're an Apple Podcast, whatever player you're listening to, because you don't want to miss out on any future episodes. And I have to tell you this, I have a Facebook group for people just like you. It's called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. It's a great private group for women who are starting their businesses. So I want you to go ahead and come in because it is a great way to have community, ask questions when you have them, and just see all the fun and energy around starting a business. It's awesome. So I'd love to have you in there. And also too, if you're new, I've got some free goodies. If you're in the idea stage of your business and you really need to narrow that down, I've got a guide for you. Scroll down and get that. Or if you're just starting your business, I've got a 16-step handy checklist that you can sit there and go through as you're starting your business to make sure you're doing everything right. So I know I've thrown a lot at you if you are new, but again, it's the Facebook group and you can get one of the 2 downloads, either the guide or the checklist, and then make sure you subscribe to this podcast. And if you've been listening a while, thank you all so much for the awesome reviews, for being such loyal listeners. This podcast continues to do so well, and it's just growing and growing. It hasn't stopped growing since I started it. So I'm just so excited about that. It's because of you, because you're pursuing your dream. So I'm so glad you're here. That's it. On to the episode. Well, hello, everyone. How are you? What is going on with your business? I have to know. I totally need the scoop on what's happening. I wish we were sitting across from each other at a table because I would be asking you all kinds of questions, trying to pull this out of you. I have to know what's going on. I'm so excited for those of you that are in the idea stage and you're I've always wanted to start a business and you're taking the steps, or if you're just starting, I'm so happy you're here because you can start getting things together and figuring out what you need to do. And if you're just beginning to grow, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. I want to tell you all too, if you don't know, that I have a group coaching program called Grow Getters that is perfect for people like you if you're just starting or you're just growing, to help you along this whole crazy process, to have support every step of the way. If anything that I say here today resonates with you, I hope you will check it out because it's such a great program and I'm just so excited about it. And right now, when you come in, You get lifetime access. Did you hear me? You know, you don't need it for your whole life, but you need it for as long as you need it to get your business off the ground. So I hope you'll check that out below. So I'm so happy you're here. Today I'm talking to you about being in alignment with your business. And I know a lot of you are like, what are you talking about? And so I'm going to, because sometimes some people think that sounds kind of woo-woo to be like, you need to be in alignment. And it's this whole like thing. But no, it's really true. And I'm going to tell you a story about myself. And if you're in my Facebook group, if you're in that Women Starting Business group, you saw I posted a video of it recently. If you're a Grow Getter, you know all about this and you know the drama. It's not really drama, but it's just a realization that I had. And I'm going to share with you that today for all of you listening, all my Grow Getters, and then anyone who's new to the podcast or you've been here. I think it's a good story because I think it's good for you to learn from me. Okay. Because as I said on a previous episode, I think it was the last episode, or maybe it was the one before that, talking about that you're always a student. You are never in a mode where you're not learning and growing and evolving, right? And so am I. Been doing this for a long time, y'all, a long time. And the market changes, internet marketing changes, product offering changes, trends change, we change, everything changes. You have to always be a student. Okay, I'm a student too. It never ends. You are a perpetual student and it's awesome. I love being a student. It's one of my favorite roles in life is to be learning all the time. So I want to talk to you about being in alignment. And I wanted to just first kind of put this in your head. If you're on a walk and you're around the house or driving, whatever you're doing, what are things that you think of when I say the word alignment? Okay. You may think of your spine, your back. If you have back problems, I've had back problems. I've had to go to the chiropractor. My husband goes to the chiropractor. Lower back problems. The majority of people have it. Like people I talk to now, especially in my age group, it's like everybody's got lower back pain. It's insane. I don't know if it's because we're sitting all day, you know, a lot of the days now. I don't know what it is, but we've all got it. So when you think of the word alignment, a lot of you think of your spine and getting your spine aligned because why? If it's not aligned, you feel weird. You can have nerve pain. You know something is not right. You can feel that your body is off a little bit. Am I right? You can tell. A lot of you have to go get adjusted at the chiropractor. You know this. Another thing we think of when we think of the word alignment is in our cars. When the wheels are like not in alignment, my husband will be like, this thing is like veering off to the left. It's not staying in a straight. When you let go of the steering wheel, it's not going straight. It's like going off to one side. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I need to get my alignment checked or fixed or whatever. I don't even know what you call it. Get it aligned. Y'all, I don't know. Okay. I'm not a mechanic. I'm a business coach. But listen. Alignment with your car is super important. Would you agree? Like if it's not aligned and you let go of the steering wheel and it veers off into another lane, that is not safe. And it's not good for your car because it wears down your tires, right? In a certain area that it shouldn't be. And it really forces the tires to wear and then you have to replace those sooner. So you always want to keep your car aligned. Okay. Another thing I think of with having to do with alignment is your teeth. People have to get their teeth aligned. That's why it's called Invisalign and Invisalign. You've got braces. You've got things to get your teeth all aligned so you look like a well put together person, right? And I know we all can't get braces. We all can't get our teeth aligned perfectly, but we know how it feels when they aren't aligned, right? You know how it feels. Like you can feel it and it's like the teeth are rubbing against the other teeth. Like not good. Not good. Right? You know something's wrong. Well, it's the same with your business. Every aspect of your business needs to feel in alignment with you so that you're not veering off to the left, so you're not grinding your teeth, so you're not walking sideways, hurting, having nerve pain. You have to be aligned with your business. And some of you that haven't had a business before have no idea what I'm talking about. But what happens is when you're starting your business, you have a lot of decisions to make. Decisions on pricing, decisions on packaging, decisions on what you offer, how you offer it, where you offer it, what you say, what your branding is. The list goes on, okay? You have so many decisions. And if something doesn't feel totally right, you need to listen to it. Okay. And I'm going to share with you what happened to me recently. And again, a lot of you listening may already know, but I think it's good for you to hear, to learn from me on this. So since I've started my group, Grow Getters, which is my group coaching program to help you all, get your business started, growing, and off the ground. Okay, that's what we're there to do. I'm there to support you because so many of you have no place to call your business home. You are flailing around. I see it all the time. You're like posting in some random groups or asking random people who don't really know about your type of business. And you end up making decisions based on that versus good advice. There is such a thing as good advice. It's from someone who's had the experience. However, good advice doesn't necessarily mean it's exactly what you should be doing either. You always have to follow your gut. So when I started Grow Getters last August, I have loved it. I started in August. I had some ladies that were all in there from my Just Start small group and had gone with me through all that as I was building it out. And they were founding members, and I love it, y'all. I love Grow Getters. I've gotten some amazing feedback. I'm seeing progress, as you've heard people on the podcast, and people have really done the work. Like Jen Bolt, who has the Etsy store. I have Dr. Don Hamby, who you heard. I mean, the list goes on. But here's my point. The program has been amazing. The results are there. It's awesome. They're making progress. People are learning every day, right? And they're learning on their own time, which I love. Some people listen to the Mindset Matters podcast because, yes, I have a video podcast in there that they can listen to on their podcast app like this one, as if y'all haven't heard enough from me already. But they have that. They have trainings that are there in the hub. They have monthly lives that I do to help them. I answer questions, give them feedback. They give each other feedback. It's great, right? But they all have their own way of learning. Everyone does their own thing. And that's what I love about it. I wanted that. That felt in alignment with me to offer all these different ways that they could learn. Some people may use all of it. Some people have favorite things that they like. Some people like the podcast. Some people like to show up for the lives. Some people need more help. Some people do all the trainings, right? That's what felt in alignment with me. And it was to have a group program where I could help and be there whenever they wanted help. But here's the deal. Every mentor and every coach and every person that I asked about me starting this program said, it needs to be a renewal. You need to do like a 3-month program, 6-month program, year program. And that's what I've been doing since I started. And I listened and I did it. But I have to tell you, the whole time I have said, I really want them to have lifetime access, which sounds weird because you're like, if you're starting a business, you shouldn't have to be starting for life. You should start, grow, scale, go on. Exactly. But here's the deal. Everyone works at their own speed. Everyone's had personal stuff going on. Everyone has a different situation. And so not only are they using different pieces of the program in their own way, their own little combination, they're also learning on their own time. There's some months they've had COVID go through their family, or they've had to get a part-time job, or their full-time job is really busy and they haven't had time. And I've seen their stress because they're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be renewing here. I'm going to have to renew again. And they've been stressed about it. And I've seen it, and it stressed me out because I didn't want them stressed about that. I simply wanted to know that they had the information and that they could get help anytime they wanted it. And they now have a home base with me, that I could support them from here on out. I don't want them leaving. I want to help y'all. I never want you to leave. I want to always be able to interact. I feel like we're friends. I feel like we're friends in there, right? And so that was my view, that I was like, I don't want them leaving or feeling like they have to justify this again. And then I'm sad because I'm like, I know they're going to need help later. Where are they going? Who are they going to get help from? I don't know. And so I'd always said I wanted this to be a lifetime program. And so the mind drama that I have had, y'all have no idea, over me figuring out, should this be 3 months? Should this be 6 months? Should it be month to month? Should it be year? It never fully aligned. And I knew it, but I never recognized in my head, this is not aligned. I need to make a change until last week. I knew because I had one of my members saying she was worried about her renewal, if she was going to get everything done in time. And it was the straw that broke the camel's back for me, because it told me this girl is the sweetest thing in the world. And I'm not going to mention who it is, but I thought, I will freak out if she has to leave. She's going to need help over the coming months. There's a lot going on. She's got other commitments in her life, right? And so I'm like, why is this stress? I've put this stress on her because I'm the one who's put the time limit on being in Grow Getters. I've put it as a 6 months. So last week I prayed about it, and y'all saw this on the video. You probably heard this, but I was like, what am I going to do? I woke up the next morning and said, that's it. Today is the day that I am announcing, and this was last week. I woke up that day and said, today is the day I am announcing to all the founding members and those that have already reached a certain threshold, which the Grow Getters know what I'm talking about. If they'd already reached a certain threshold of what they'd already paid, then they were in for life. And then others have the opportunity to join for life. I cannot tell you what a boulder that was lifted off of me. Because now, when I'm talking to you about joining Grow Getters, I'm like, get in. There's no reason to wait. If you are thinking about starting a business, or you are, there's no reason to wait to get in if you want help, if you want my help. I'm not saying every single person needs to come in. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying for those of you that have wanted help and wanted to be in my circle and wanted to be a part of an ongoing group membership program as you start and build your business and have support and have live trainings and get feedback and you value that now you don't ever have to worry about when is the right time to get in, when is the perfect time for you to get in, because there is no perfect time. And then you have to worry about the renewal and all that stuff. And I said, I'm done. Nobody has to worry. I'm taking that whole stress out. And I'm only telling y'all this because that never felt in alignment with me. And if there's something that you have been like, I just don't feel comfortable. Everyone's telling me to be on live video and I just don't like it. Or everyone's telling me I need to start a Facebook group and I don't know anything about Facebook groups and I don't want to do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you now, don't do it. Everyone's telling me I have to build my social media following because that's how you're successful. Not true, by the way. I didn't have social media following with my other businesses. Actually, I did. I had thousands and thousands, but I never tried. And it was in the days when people just liked or followed and it really had nothing to do with anything. Okay. I think I had 20,000 or something. I don't even know what I had. It doesn't even matter because that was not how I built my business. I built my business. People found me on Google, and then I had referral business and I had repeat business. That was how I made money. It wasn't from social media. Am I telling you that social media doesn't make money? No, social media makes a ton of money for a ton of people. All I'm saying is whatever you're doing, it should feel in alignment. If everyone is telling you to take pictures of yourself or do lives or do this or do that, and you honestly know it's not that you're just scared and that you need to learn a new skill. It's that you actually don't feel good about it and you never have, then stop doing it. Do what I did. Pray about it if you're a praying person. Ask someone else if you need to, but I'm telling you, I asked people. But I can tell you now, if I had asked all of my Grow Getters, would you rather have lifetime membership? They would have said, heck yes. Right? Because it takes this whole drama out of everything. And I think I've been brainwashed by the marketing that's put on me. As a coach, I can only imagine the brainwashing and marketing that is done on you too, which is what I'm trying to prevent by my business so that you have a home base and you have a sounding board if you want it, if you like that kind of thing. And you have somewhere to sit here and go, do I do this? Should I do this? What do y'all think about this? How does my website look? What does my opt-in page look like? What do you think? I mean, you actually have somebody to give you feedback that's experienced advice and help from others, right? But again, it doesn't mean that that's necessarily what you should do. You always have to go back to your gut and what you feel, because it will feel like a boulder has been lifted off of you. And you can say, no, that is not how I feel comfortable doing things. For now, I'm going to go this way or that way instead. That's what you say. So promise me today, as you're listening, I want you to think about it. Is there something in your business that has been bothering you? Or that just hasn't quite settled right, or that feels icky, or that you keep thinking about it over and over? That's really the tall tale sign. If it's something that you've been going back and forth on, I've been going back and forth on this, y'all, since August. All the time. Should this be 6 months? I've talked to people. I'm like, is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? Is it a year? What is this? Like the whole thing. And I realized how much time I have wasted because I didn't say to myself, hold up. I'm wasting time on this. Why am I wasting time? And I kept thinking it's because I didn't find the perfect timing. No, it was because it didn't feel in alignment with me. I always said from the beginning, I want this to be lifetime access, so I don't have the pressure to feel bad that if they don't finish or they get COVID or they get a divorce or they get pregnant, whatever it is, like I don't want that. I want them in here like happy. I want them relieved. I don't want them feeling the stress of this. I want them to commit to themselves one time. That's what I always said. I said, I want them to commit to themselves one time, because if I can get them to do it one time, they'll be in here and they will get the transformation they need. They will get the help they need if they want it. So today, let me say this again. Is there something that you've been like going back and forth on and you've wasted hours trying to figure it out? Realize that it could be because it's not feeling in alignment with you, or you need help. Maybe it's graphic design. You've been wasting a ton of time. Hire somebody. Be done with this. You can't do this. Hire somebody. If that's just an example. Whatever it is. If someone has been telling you, no, don't, try to grow your Facebook, or no, don't worry about social media. And you're like, no, I love social media. I love Instagram. I love doing lives. Do lives and forget what they tell you. Do what feels right to you and then test it and evaluate it. Just like I always talk about my MOVE method. You'll know this. MOVE. If you haven't listened to it, I'll put the episode link below. Listen to that. E is evaluate. You should always be evaluating. And I just can't believe that I never, over all these months, didn't stop and say, is the timing of my program in alignment with me? Because if I had said that, I would have said no. The whole time I've been wanting it to be lifetime access. And I have no idea what came over me the last week. It may have been because I recorded another podcast episode that's coming out before this one, 124, where I talk about things, and something in there triggered my head, I believe, that I said. And I actually said it. It wasn't anything somebody said to me. Sometimes we have to have the realizations within ourselves. Okay? So, I know I talked about Grow Getters a lot today, and y'all are probably like, I'm over it. No. I just had to share with you that example. And I'm sure you saw my video in the Facebook group, because I said I felt like a boulder had been lifted off of me. Lift the boulder off yourself. If what you're doing, you're wasting time on, and you know it, you literally know it. You're going back and forth. You can't decide on price. You can't decide on packaging. You can't decide. Either get help or ask yourself, something isn't aligning with me. What is it? What is my real wish? What is my real wish? Because that's what I've said the whole time. My real wish is that they had lifetime access. Why didn't I do this before? I have no earthly idea. But thank you, Lord, that I woke up the other morning and was like, today's the day. And I started sending out emails, and I notified the Grow Getters, and I got such great feedback. And thank you all so much for that. Okay? So not only will you be relieving the boulder off you, you'll be relieving the boulder off your people, because you either can help them sooner or you can change something that makes it better for them. Okay? Like maybe you sell a 2-pack of something, but the whole time you've been like, no, they need a 6-pack. I know that they need 6 because they're going to blah, 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 or whatever it is. Something's not in alignment. Focus on it. Ask yourself what it is. Okay? So I hope this makes sense. Y'all are amazing. I hope y'all are having a great day. Again, if you're new, get in the Facebook group. I'm inviting you. I'd love to have you get the downloads. Make sure you subscribe. I love having you all. Okay. Have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.